welcome to episode 30 of the Barely Onside podcast with your hosts, Jonny G and Pelly. How you doing, man?
Doing good, brother. How are you?
I'm doing good. Life is going well. Can't complain too much. A little tired. Always tired, so just battling with that all the time. But overall, pretty good, man. Before we get started, man, you've been absent for a week or so, just a little over a week. So just wanted to say welcome back. I'm glad you're feeling better. It wasn't the same without you. And I'm excited to do this milestone episode, number 30. We hit 30, man. How you feeling, by the way?
Feeling, I'm just tired. You know, you get sick, you get tired. And 3 kids. It ain't easy. But I'm excited to be back. I miss your face. Miss your musk. I'm happy to get back and talk hockey.
Nice.
Your boys are rolling. My team's failing, which is great. Get that low pick, hopefully. And yeah, man, spring's here. I'm excited.
I know, man. How's the weather in Alberta?
It was like 15 today.
15. That's nice. No snow?
Puddles.
No more snow?
I got ice in my backyard. That's it. We haven't had snow in the front yard in like weeks, I feel like. Nice. Unless it snows. But yeah, so.
That's
it's
fun,
good.
man. Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it snowed today. It's kind of like summer weather for the last few days, and then all of a sudden, boom, back to winter. But the snow went away. We woke up to like winter wonderland, and I was like, oh no, I thought it was over. I mean, mind you, it's March, whatever. It's coming. The end is near. But by the end of the day, it was nice out again, and there was no snow, so that's good. Happy about that because I'm done with winter. It wasn't even that bad though this year. It wasn't bad out here, but excited, man. Hockey. So yeah, Philadelphia. You've given up on the Philadelphia Flyers? Is that right?
I haven't given up. I'm not interested in them. I mean, we were supposed to go to a game coming up, but yeah, they're just not playing well. And obviously, I'm not going to spend thousands of dollars to fly to Philly if they're going to play poorly. But it is what it is. All the Canadian teams are rolling. So it's exciting to watch. You know, I'm cheering for the whole Eastern Division, even Toronto. I know you don't want to hear it, but
you are, aren't you?
Cheering for Calgary, Edmonton, Winnipeg, and I mean Vancouver. It's tough because they're fighting for Calgary, and I'm probably a Calgary Flame fan, second overall. So.
Oh, really? More so than
Edmonton,
Vancouver. More so than Vancouver. Montreal.
Edmonton or Vancouver would probably be second last. Yeah.
Right? Of the Canadian teams.
Yeah.
Who's the last one?
It'd be Toronto, but I'm cheering for Toronto more than Vancouver this year. So
okay.
I'm not
just
sure
this
why.
year.
Just because I am.
Maybe Scott Lawton.
It could be Scott Lawton. Yeah, it could be. I don't know. Maybe Marner. Marner plays super good.
You like Marner?
He's playing better this year, so I'm hoping he can step up for the playoffs.
Yeah.
I like Reeves. Yeah, Lawton.
I think Reeves is playing in the AHL.
Is he?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Well,
you know what?
Maybe he is.
I think he is. I'm not sure if he's actually playing, but he was sent to the minors. I'm pretty sure, though, like they were playing Laval at some point. And wouldn't it be funny to see Florian Xhekaj fight Ryan Reeves?
He'd be out of his weight class.
He would be, for sure.
I think it'd be good for him if he did it. He can say.
He'd probably do it. But, yeah, he's not quite ready for that, I don't think.
No.
But yeah, so before... not before anything, really. We're going to start with the Montreal Canadiens because they've been on a tear, man. Ever since the Four Nations break, they have turned things around. They're playing super well. They're in a playoff spot. So let's start with them. They play the St. Louis Blues tomorrow night, which is just an absolutely huge game. But every game at this point is huge, and that's what makes this so exciting. Every single game that Montreal plays means something. It's like a Game 7. Every single game they play. So it's super exciting. Super exciting.
Yeah, your team's 5-1-4. It's pretty good.
In their last 9,
10, 5-1-4, yeah. So, yeah.
In their last 10, nice. So, yeah, so this is St. Louis, another hot team. This is the second time they meet this season. Montreal beat them back in October, 5-2. So that's good. But, yeah, like we said, they're both coming in hot. Since the return from the Four Nations break, the Blues are the hottest team in the NHL. They're 9-2 13 games. They've won 6 in a row. Over that same stretch since the return of the Four Nations break, the Habs are 8-1-4 in 13 games. The Habs are coming off a 5-4 shootout loss to the Colorado Avalanche, but it was a huge point after being down 4-1 in the third period, midway through the third period, and the fact that they came back, tied it up, lost in a shootout. But man, a massive point, a great game. And dude, man, did you like feel that energy inside the Bell Center?
For some reason, I'm watching the game, and I heard the commentators said that Montreal has the most comeback wins in the third period, and then that's like I had a feeling. And then they scored 3 goals in like minutes, and they came back. I was like, holy shit. I'm stoked. You're so hard on your team, too. You're so hard. Like Matheson, man, he's so good. He's so good. He played his heart out that game. I mean, yeah, I feel like with the injuries you've had, it's like it's the best thing that ever could have happened. Like having Doc out, having who's that defenseman?
Ghule, Kaiden
Ghule.
Ghule.
Yeah, man, your boys are rolling right now, man. They're looking good.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm excited for your team, man. And like Arber, he has so much confidence that he's playing with right now. I'm not sure you're gonna see his stride when he fights. He gets the crowd going. He's just rolling. I love it. So I'm excited, man. I really hope your team, and I think your team has the least games played too out of most teams right now. The teams that are battling, for that card. I think they're at like 71, and I think you guys have 69 games played. Yeah, it is. Islanders are 69 too.
That's the one team that's like that. That's the biggest competitor, and they have the same games as we have.
They're such a sleeper team. Like you don't ever hear about them all year long. Islanders. They're like as big as the hockey community is. You don't feel like you're under the microscope there, and yet you're. But if it was MSG, different story.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I know they have been quiet all year, and
They're
it's just
such a quiet team.
written off, and then all of a sudden it's just like, ooh, they're kind
like
of
St.
like,
Louis.
yeah, they kind of creep in, and then it's just like, man. But yeah, they're the one team that has the same amount of games as Montreal. I think they're 2 points back. They're playing tonight.
Yeah.
Do we have a score?
Yeah. You do.
So at the time of this podcast, I know last time I checked it was 3-2. It's 3-2 in the third period for the Islanders. It looks like, if I have that right. So I mean, I'm hoping for the Blue Jackets to come back and win tonight, but I don't know. I don't really expect the Jackets to beat the Islanders right now, but that will tie Montreal for the final wild card spot. But I think Montreal has less losses, so I still think that we will be sitting in the playoffs either way after tonight. But we gotta just keep winning, because I mean, the Islanders aren't going to be slowing down either. So I feel like that's our biggest competitor right now. But back to the St. Louis game. The Habs have played. You know what?
And
so
I feel
yeah,
like Binnington's just his confidence is so huge since the Four Nations team, man.
And that has to be part of it, eh?
I'm kind of shocked that they didn't deal him just because his value went up so much, and they weren't really in that contention for that wild card spot. So that was a good risk that they took there. I thought for sure he was getting moved. You know,
there was a few players like they were going to be in selling mode, hey, and then all of a sudden they got hot, and now they're in the playoff spot. Even like I think Jordan Kyrou, I think there was rumors about him possibly getting traded or being on the block, and it was just like, man. But then all of a sudden, they started winning.
They win.
Binnington, a big part of that, and obviously
Huge
now,
part.
and now change of plans there. But obviously a huge game. Sam Montembeault in net. I think this will be his 4th start in a row. I think a lot of fans are getting on Sam Montembeault right now, and the fact that he is letting in a few softies here and there. Against the New York Islanders, he let in at least 2 softies for sure. In Colorado, he let in 4 goals plus a shootout. A lot of people, are convinced that he had a bad game in Colorado against Colorado. I don't believe that at all. I don't think any of the goals he could have stopped. I mean, could have, but I don't think that any of them were bad goals. A lot of people would like to argue that, though. So I was surprised to see that Dobich wasn't getting the start.
Yeah, no, I mean, but look at Blackwood though for the Avalanche. He had some questionable goals there too. And
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna get pulled, and they kept him in there. So,
Yeah, I guess so late in the game, I guess, but
yeah, Montembeault. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about him yet, but I think when he's playing, man, he's playing. Like you can see how quick he is. Sometimes I feel like he's slow, and I'm not sure if that's his conditioning or if he's just not in it that game. But you can definitely tell some games he's like a different player, you know.
yeah.
But that's just me. I don't watch all game. I'm usually flashing through the Canadian teams, but I'm cheering for you guys. You're my favorite Canadian team right now. So
Good.
Yeah,
more so than Calgary.
Well, yeah, Calgary just needs to get back into contention here, but I mean, I hope they can win. You know. So
yeah, I hope so
too.
Calgary.
I'd say more than Calgary at this time.
Yeah,
But,
right.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, you are coming to Montreal or Ottawa, sorry.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
What is it? April from
2
the 10th
weeks.
to the 14th. Is it 2 weeks away now? 2, 3?
About 16 days.
16 days. I'm excited, man. So the plan is we got tickets to the Philadelphia Flyers game, Ottawa, Philly on Sunday, and we are going to buy tickets for the Montreal Ottawa game on Friday, which is going to be an amazing game. I wish you could experience like the Bell Center, and I haven't experienced the Bell Center in like over 15 years, but it would have been nice. Yeah, it's been a while, man. It's been so long. So that would have been cool if we had gotten to Montreal. But I think this is a nice happy medium.
Yeah.
There'll be tons of Habs fans. You can wear a jersey. You can have my Arber Xhekaj jersey or the Bellevaux. Kotkaniemi jersey is not going to fit. It's an extra small.
Yeah.
So we'll leave that for the kids. But that's going to be super exciting. Dude, yeah, huge news. You were talking about Ghule before. Ghule was a full participant in practice today. He's traveling with the team on this 4-game road trip. Now, they're not sure. They're not going to rush him back, they said, so he might not be back for Tuesday. Yeah. But I assume if he's going on that trip, if he's taking part in full practices, I feel like he's ready to go. I think he probably plays, I think it's Thursday against Philly. That's my guess. But a huge piece to have back. But, I mean, it begs the question, who comes out, man? Who do you think comes out? It's either Struble, Xhekaj, or David Savard, a long shot.
I'll just speak on this. I remember at the beginning of the year, I was not a fan of Struble at all. I thought he shouldn't be here. And then, man, the last 3 weeks, man, he plays with such intensity. Fuck, he's a mean machine. Keep him there, man. I feel like he adds, everyone's morale is just a little bit heightened when he's on the ice. He's just a mean fucker, and I love it. Gets his helmet off. Who was a player last game, and he pushed him again, and he fell on his ass? It was two times in a row. Because I remember Anderson came in. He got a penalty. Who was that? Was it Wood? But he smashed him twice.
Colton. Ross Colton, I think, right?
And I'm like, dude, this Struble guy, I like him. I don't know, man. And Carrier, he's playing well. But Savard, man, I think he's got to go. I was never a really big fan of him. He's a stay-at-home defenseman. If you can put Struble because Savard's not that rough. He's good. He's a good third line guy. But if you could have Struble there, man, he's like another Xhekaj. But I don't know how to differentiate the two players. Because I don't watch you guys that much. But Struble, man, I think he's better than Savard. He's younger, faster. He's got more. And I don't know. He's in it, man. He wants to stay. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and fuck. And Ghule, man, he's good. So if you can put him back in there, man. Yeah, but Savard, he's a Quebecois. You know, he's your OG. He's been there for what, 13, 14 years?
No. 3-4 years.
Savard?
David Savard. Oh, yeah, man.
I thought he's
Columbus Blue Jacket for a decade.
Okay. Well,
and then he went and won a cup in Tampa Bay, too.
Jesus. Wow.
Yeah. But he's that stay-at-home defenseman. He's a veteran. He blocks shots. Like you said, he's not tough, but he's physical. he'll get in someone faces. He's not going to fight.
Yeah.
But he's not like he is physical. But like, yeah, you're right.
He's a big guy too.
Dude, Strubal's a mean machine. A machine,
he's
yeah.
mean. I love it.
Yeah.
Bald head. He's just like, he kind of reminds me of a Getzlaff. I'm not sure why. Just
like a linebacker. He looks like a linebacker. Man. You ever see him with his shirt off? He's huge. He's ripped, man. He's ripped.
Fucking yoked, but
yeah.
6'3",
love him, man.
250, runs a 4.5 40 probably. You know?
Mm-hmm. God. He said 250. He's not 250, but
no, it's a saying, John.
Oh, it's a saying. Okay.
It's off the days of Confused. Yeah.
Oh, really? That's a good movie.
Yeah.
Don't remember that, but that's awesome. Yeah. But yeah, Struble has actually been playing on the top pairing with Hudson, and since the Four Nations break, whatever it is, 3 weeks or whatever, and like, he's played so well defensively. He's physical. He's fought like twice. Who did he fight that one? He fought Gaudreau from Calgary.
He's tough.
He's a tough guy, Gaudreau.
No, Gaudreau.
Or Coleman.
Coleman's all right. I wouldn't say he's tough.
Where's Gaudreau?
Gaudreau is Utah.
San Jose.
Yeah, Gaudreau's
he
tough.
Fought Gaudreau.
6'3" or 6'4", Gaudreau is. He's a tough guy.
He's a very tough guy, and Struble fought him, man. And Struble's on Struble comes from college, right? So he doesn't have a ton of fights.
He's young.
He's got like 3 fights or so in the NHL, but that was like that was like the toughest opponent he's had so far, and like he did well because he's just big. He's strong.
Like I'm saying, dude, I'm excited for you, and I think you guys got to keep rolling. I didn't know he was playing with Hudson.
Yeah,
and I feel like having that tough guy with Hudson makes Hudson feel I'm untouchable a little bit. You know, it's kind of like a little jackass on the ice. Fuck around and find out. I dare you. That's kind of what I feel. You know, so you got to keep playing him, man. I hope St. Louis keeps him in because he's exciting to watch. He's just always trying to hit somebody. I love it.
Yeah, I'm happy you noticed him so much because like he has made a huge impact on this team.
I didn't like him at the beginning of the year, and maybe it's because you guys beat us in the preseason and Struble was physical, but I didn't think he was that good offensively. But now he's a complete different player. So,
yeah, I know. It's funny because he went from like, he wasn't making the lineup. I think he got injured at one point, but like was in and out of the lineup, 7th defenseman. All of a sudden, Ghule's hurt. They need to get him in. They put him with Hudson, which was just kind of like, okay, we'll see about that. Not going to last, but it did last. And dude, I remember watching. It was first game after the Four Nations break. It was the Montreal Ottawa game, and I went to the Ottawa Montreal game, and I noticed him big time. Like he was hitting everything,
everyone,
and it was just like, man, like okay, this is a really good game by Struble. And then he just continued it over and over again. I would hate to see that guy sit. You know what? And like they're going, and I understand the idea of having Savard as your veteran player going down the stretch, important games, been there before, into the playoffs potentially. Good to have. I get it. But at the same time, he's not part of the future. Yeah. Playoffs are bonus this year. The rebuild is still going on, and you have an opportunity to have Struble and Xhekaj play meaningful games down the stretch and potentially into the playoffs. That's what's going to propel your team in the future. Not having Savard take those minutes away.
And I think Savard is more of a leadership guy on and off the ice, in the dressing room, coaching these younger players, right? But you got to think about who's more effective, And I think Struble's your boy, because having a guy who's that physical and willing to throw down anytime is huge in a game. And I think Savard doesn't have that edge.
No,
you know what I mean. And fighting's not everything, but it can play a big exactly right. So I am, man. I hope he stays with you guys because you can see he's shining right now.
Yeah, exactly. Just don't take that spark away.
You're getting me fired up.
Don't take that spark away. Don't take that spark away from him. Because like Xhekaj too. Xhekaj's been on the third pairing with Savard, and he looks good. And like last game, Savard was brutal last game. He looked slow. 3 goals. He was on the ice for the first 3 goals, and like you could tell that he just couldn't keep up. And then obviously, remember when that fight with Arber and Middleton?
Oh, dude, I didn't know Casey was that tough.
That's not Casey Middlestat.
Oh, okay. I'm like, who in the fuck? That's what I thought.
No,
That's what
Middleton. I think it's in Middleton or something. I never even heard of this guy before, but
okay, well, hold on.
looked like a man.
Dude, that's why I thought, I'm like, did Kaiden Middlestaff get a total makeover? Because this guy looks like a fucking tree hugger, man. Like, he is mean, but yeah, both players put on a good show.
Yeah, man.
But Arber,
at the end just got him, dropped him 3 times.
Him.
You know what? Okay, so I have
him a little bit, but I like it.
I love it, man. I have a new theory. Okay, like it's not really a theory, but like you know how we kind of go through like who's the toughest guys in the NHL, blah blah blah, and like Arber is not quite there yet, right? But like
6.
the kid is so young, right? Like as he's learning the game, like the pro game, he's also learning pro fighting. You know, like so to expect this guy to be like the sheriff, the toughest guy in the NHL, it's not really, it's not reality at this point. It's not realistic, right? But like as this kid gets a little older, more experience, by the time he's 27, 28, 29, he is going to be the toughest guy in the NHL. No question about it. Because he is fighting the top guys right now and he's doing well. Imagine when he gets that even more strength. Maybe he becomes a dad and gets that dad strength. But as he gets older, he's only going to get tougher. And he's going to become the toughest kid in the NHL. No question about it.
Well, John, I think you're not wrong, but I think this last 2 seasons, we've had a few guys. You got Rempe. You got Arber Xhekaj. You got Emil Lilleberg from... Have you seen Emil Lilleberg from Tampa Bay?
No.
He's like 6'3", 24 years old from Norway. Tough.
Norway?
Looks like a kid. But, dude, he throws the body... and he throws down with anybody. Yeah, and he's another guy, too. And you got Frederick. You know, he's been around for about 4 or 5 years.
Oh, at least,
But I think there's a few young studs coming up that I think this is going to be the new Don Cherry era.
The new Don Cherry era.
Yeah, man.
That's awesome, man. But I love it, man. Well, it was it was awesome because, like, I mean, Anderson could have fought that guy. No problem. But I think he
was hurt, eh?
Anderson's been playing hurt for a while, so it's just nice. So, ooh, there you go. So it's just so nice to see Arber. I loved it, man. Like, because you could see those two kind of going at it, Anderson, blah blah blah, and then all of a sudden, Middleton fucking, or he changed.
Like, I want it.
Looks the other way. He looks the other way, and his gloves come off, and like the camera hasn't panned over yet. So you're like, he drops the gloves, goes this way. It's just like, that has to be Arber.
Dude.
Has to be Arber. And then the wide shot, boom, Arber is like, yes.
Fuck, man. It was like off of WWF back in the day. He comes out of nowhere, and he's like, let's go. It was like it was staged. I loved it.
Oh, gosh, man. I love hockey. Oh, I love hockey. It does. Man. It does, man. It was huge. But yeah, so I mean, the Montreal Canadiens, they're looking good. It's going to be an amazing 13 games. It's going to be an amazing little push here. I really hope they can make it happen.
Me too, man. I really hope you guys can go all the way. You,
something.
Ottawa, and
that's about it, eh? Like those are the only 2 spots available, to be honest, right? Just
because it has to be Ottawa. I mean, Columbus, they can't. No, they can't come out. I mean, as much as I'd like them to win, it's to see Tampa lose would be great, you know, but it's not going to happen. So
no, I think everything's set within the divisions in the Eastern Conference. I think it does come down to look at that. Blue Jackets tied it up 3-3 against the Islanders. But dude, man, like the Ottawa Senators, because like at one point they had like a 7-point lead on even on Montreal, and they were looked like they were kind of running away with that second wild card spot. But they've lost a few in a row. They're back down to earth a little bit. They beat New Jersey. Their last game, I think it was Saturday. So, I mean, that was good for them. But they're only 4 points up on the Habs. So, I mean, it's possible that the Habs could catch Ottawa. So, I mean, Ottawa is definitely not running away with it right now.
Yeah, Monahan's actually back too. So that's a big help, right?
Is he back tonight? I know he was.
Yeah, he got an assist. Yeah.
Okay.
Good for him.
Yeah. So there's 5 minutes left at this point of the podcast.
He's
5 minutes left
tonight. 2 points.
Oh, good. Yeah. That's awesome. So back to St. Louis for a second, and then we can kind of transition into the Flames, Vancouver, because the Western Conference is also extremely exciting right now. So the Blues are 4 points up on the Calgary Flames, 5 up on the Vancouver Canucks, and they're sitting obviously in the second playoff spot. The Blues are. But the Canucks are playing the Devils tonight, and it looks like the Devils are they winning as well. They're up 3-2 at the moment. Yeah. So yeah.
Man, come on, Canucks.
Yeah. So the Devils are up 3-2 against the Vancouver Canucks. So the Flames have 3 games in hand. They're 4 points back, but they do have 3 games in hand. Hopefully Montreal can do Calgary a favor. 3 games in hand, which means if they win all 3 games, they could potentially be in that second wildcard spot. And then the Canucks, how many games back are they? Or how many points? I think they're 5 points back.
They have 12 games left, and they are 5 back.
5 back. So after tonight, they'll have 1 game in hand over the Blues, but they'll still be 5 points back. So the Flames have a better chance of making the playoffs. Like you said, you like the Flames. They're just down the road from where you live.
They are.
Dude, man, what's the excitement like? Obviously, I'm sure you know a few Flames fans. What's the excitement like in Calgary? How confident are they with the...
I don't know. To be honest, I haven't heard too much. I haven't played hockey in 2 weeks, so I haven't chatted with the boys, but this week we're having a tournament.
Are you playing?
And yes. I'm
you are? Everything's good?
Yeah, I'm going to try.
Yeah, doctor's approval or...
I didn't ask him.
Oh.
I'm actually have a warm-up game tomorrow for it, so see how she goes.
Yeah?
Yeah. Excited.
Yeah, you nervous or...
No, not at all.
No, good.
It's a 4-4. It's a 4-4. It'll be fun.
Yeah, what are they saying though? No one's talking Flames where you are?
Man, I have a lot of Oiler friends. Oilers, and people weren't expecting the Flames to win, so it's kind of like, if they win, I think it's good. If not, I think they could have appreciated, a good draft pick potentially. So I don't know.
Not now.
I had a few friends sell give up their season tickets
because they thought they were going to be bad
this year. Yeah, and now they're like, "Fuck, what do you do?"
How would you give is it easy to get season tickets there?
I honestly don't know.
Okay, because Montreal, there's a wait list for years.
Yeah,
and Toronto too. So I imagine. So I don't think anybody would give them up.
I can't speak.
Anybody would give up their tickets.
Well, I think
after
if you're
one bad year.
a diehard, there's 2 bad years, right?
Yeah.
Since trading for Goodrow and Tkachuk, I think that's when a few guys start giving them up. But
yeah,
what do you do?
Yeah, that was the Tkachuk trade. Goodrow walked.
Yeah. You didn't get nothing for him.
No, which sucks. But yeah, I can only imagine, man. I know Calgary fans are passionate. They have one of the best buildings in the NHL too, in terms of energy and crowd and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
so I'm sure they're having a good time. And Dustin Wolf, he's having a great year still. And who's that backup goalie they have? Because he's been playing well too, hey? Jeez, I forget his name, but he's been just as good as Wolf almost.
Villar?
Is that who it is? Something like that?
Vidar? Yeah.
Something like that, yeah. But, yeah. I don't know, man. We'll see. I don't know if
I really hope he can, man.
Yeah, I hope so too. You think Wolf's going to win the Rookie of the Year?
No, I don't know. I feel like with Hudson, Michkov and Celebrini, that's such a close race as it is. I think Celebrini might win it because he has less games played and then overall more points. Right?
Well, Lane has more
Lane's
points.
played a full... Yeah, I'm talking per game.
I know. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
His point per game is.
I think
it's almost
Hudson
a point
has
per
2
game.
points. I think Hudson has 2. He has 54?
53 points, 5 goals, 53 points. He's averaging 0.77 points per game.
Yeah.
And Celebrini is averaging 0.9 a game.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
But one's a defenseman. We have to remember that too, right?
Vladar. Yeah, the goaltender is Dan Vladar.
Yeah. Okay.
I
don't know if Matvei is really in the race at this point, but
yeah, I'd say. Well, he's there, man. He's there.
He's top.
He's at 50 points. He's 50 points.
Yeah, I don't think. Does he get nominated though? I don't even think so. I think nominations have to go to Wolf, Celebrini, and Hudson.
He's in the race, though.
He's in the
It's
race.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
people
between the
talk
four.
about him.
It's-
Flyer
I'd
fans
say
talk about him, yeah.
It's on TSN. It's on TSN.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Not just Flyer fans.
Yeah.
No. I mean, he's obviously having a great year too, man. 20 goals.
And
Hit
you
the
gotta
20
think
goal mark,
he's-
50
he's
points.
gotten he plays 4 to 5 minutes less than Hudson and Celebrini.
That's
So you
true,
put
man. That's a
you
really
put
good
that
point,
in
man.
the
Yeah.
perspective, it could be a total game changer.
Yeah.
Right? If you had a different coach, as much as I like JT, it could be a different story. I think John is just trying to do things the correct way.
His
as
way.
He thinks. His way. He doesn't
Much
wanna do
more
too
than
much.
this. John
Yeah.
Tortorella did it his way.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't
Yeah. No, you're right though. You know what? I've never heard anybody say that point, but I think you're totally right on that, man. Like, because you have to
It's huge,
think
man.
of all the times where he played one shift, 2 shifts, made a mistake, and then he's on the bench for the whole game.
Oh man, he's been benched. He's been scratched. But you got to think, if you're playing 4 minutes less per game, times that by 82, that is hundreds of minutes that you're playing less than Celebrini.
Yeah, you could
That's,
almost take off
Huge.
10 games. Yeah.
Dude, I guarantee it, man. If
Yeah.
he played the same amount of minutes, and I'm not trying to be biased, I think he'd be higher than these two players. That's just me. But I'm trying to look at analytics, like, right? So, but, dude, Celebrini, hands down, the complete player out of all three. Hudson, dude, he's unreal. He makes mistakes, but I think once he gets better defensively, dude, he's going to be unreal. Because offensively, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But he
Yeah.
learns, you know what I mean? But he is going to be, he's probably the most exciting defenseman I've seen in a long time.
Oh, since Makar and Hughes. Like, he's one
Oh,
of those
dude,
guys for sure.
Better.
Right.
I think he's better.
You think he's better?
Dude, I think he's better. I think he's the best rookie we've seen ever in a long time. That's just me, though. I don't know.
I
don't know.
honestly, I think he's right
Yeah.
up there. Like, if you look at the defensive stats, he's like, I think he's like a point behind Hedman for 5th.
Yeah, man. It's
So
ridiculous.
it's like it's Hughes, Makar,
yeah.
I think Morrissey, or
Morris,
someone
Werenski.
else.
Wierenski.
Yeah, someone like that.
Yeah.
But he's like number 5 or 6, and it's just like 1 point
Yeah.
back of Hedman. It's like, dude, man, like this kid is a rookie, 20 years old, and dude, like the defensive. I don't like he's been so good defensively for the last like 45 games. I don't think that narrative is legit anymore. Like the bad defensively. I
No,
think
he's not- dude, he's
I
not.
think it was the
You don't-
first 20 odd games, 30 games. He struggled, but if you watched his games the last 30, 40 games, like he hasn't been bad at all defensively.
Dude, it's crazy. So he plays 6.5 minutes more than Michkov per game. That is incredible.
Hudson?
for a rookie, man. Hudson.
Yeah, he's a
Man.
defenseman though. Defenseman.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying he
Yeah.
played 29 minutes against Colorado, which is just wild.
What about Macklin?
I'm checking him right now.
Yeah, because I
yeah,
like that.
I mean,
That's a great comparison, right? Because Macklin's getting put in every
Macklin-
situation, right?
Macklin,
Every single
I
situation.
remember this not too long ago. I think he's playing like 20 minutes a game.
Oh yeah,
Maybe
I think he
21,
is. Yeah,
21. But
yeah.
let me just go back to this because this is the one thing if I compare apples to apples. But indeed, I mean, yeah, I'd say overall, Celebrini, he's so good.
Yeah,
He's just the
love
overall better player. Like, and he's way better than Bedard. I feel like too.
Oh yeah, he's already
yeah.
surpassed Bedard in terms of
Yeah, he's such a, and he's I just like him, man. He seems like a good dude. You know, kind of like a
Yeah.
And he's
I love
hanging with who's he ribbing with? Big Joe. Big
Joe
Joe. He's
Thornton?
living with Joe. He's living with Joe Thornton.
That's
All
funny,
right,
man.
let's take.
Yeah, I find
let's
like
take a look
Macklin's
here.
almost like he's almost like a Bergeron almost. Like he's that kind of player,
he's
man.
better
Just
than- yeah,
good at
for sure.
everything, right? Good at everything. But yeah, he'll probably produce more than Bergeron did.
Just under 20 minutes a game, he does.
Okay. And
Some
Matvei's
days
what,
it's
14?
21. He's at 16.
16.
He's moved up. He's moved
That's
up.
not bad. Yeah, but still,
He's
that's
been playing
almost
more ice time. Yeah, 4 minutes.
that's 4 minutes, right? So that's a significant amount of time, man. It is for sure. And like different situations too, right? Like Celebrini's getting everything.
he's playing a big role.
I don't know if he's playing PK, but he might be. But not that that's going to impact his points, but like he's getting number one power play, no question about it, every single game, right?
Man.
Like I don't think Matvei he's not always on the first power play. Like there was a time where he was. Isn't there? There's sometimes he's not on the power play. I think John's taking him off completely sometimes.
Of the time.
90?
No, he's majority on the power play unless he's pissed off. But I mean, dude,
unless he's benched, yeah.
Yeah, I think Tippett was benched last game too, actually.
Oh my lord!
But he is playing like shit, dude. The whole team is not playing good. Like it's actually awful to watch. Like this is the first time I can ever remember, and I get it. You know, like you're saying fucking Pelly's being a sore loser. Yeah, I'm probably being a sore loser because I'm so passionate and I care. But like as a business, there's no excuse why we were here last year. And now we're here this year. When we have Matvei, who's your second lead scorer. It's not okay. The bar, and I know, yes, the goaltending, we lost Carter Hart. We have two of the worst goaltenders in the league. We don't have a starter. It's in shambles. I could go off and just fucking rant about this organization right now.
Do it.
No, I'm not going to. They don't deserve it. I'm gonna focus on the positives that we're dropping, hopefully to get a better pick next year.
Yeah,
it is what it is, and I think what we need to do.
Oh yeah, I know what you're gonna say.
Is potentially trade up our prospects for a good younger player.
Oh really? That's not what
yes.
I was gonna. That's not what I was thinking.
What do you think I was gonna say?
Well, I'm thinking. Okay, so with the Philadelphia Flyers, here's my 2 cents. First of all. Like you said, they're here, now they're here.
Yeah.
Like they should have been here 2 years ago.
No.
Yeah.
No.
And then they should have been here. And then they should be here this year.
Oh no, you're right. But we lost the biggest piece, Carter Hart. The biggest piece.
Yeah, but like
one of the best that would have been that Carter Hart probably would have been the starting goaltender for Four Nations if he was here. No questions about it.
Starter, maybe.
Yeah, maybe him or Binnington, maybe. It'd be close.
Like, yeah, Carter. Do you feel like Carter Hart was finally coming into his own? Because like Carter Hart wasn't Carter Hart like he went up and then he came down, and then he was starting to get back.
Look at our defense,
I don't watch
man.
enough though. I don't watch enough.
We've had Sanheim. We're betting on Cam York, who I think he's one of the worst defensemen ever. How he went in the first round. Fuck, give us like a Struble. Like JT said, as John Tortorella, not,
John Tavares, he's lots to say about your club, eh?
I know. No, but even Tortorella said, like, we need to get bigger, and it's an issue. And I'm happy he addressed that to the media because it's.
When did he say that?
It's an issue. Last game.
He
practice. Did. Yeah, we're too small, and that's the problem. We are too small. You got Jordan Peltier, you have Bobby Brink, you have these other guys for the Lee Valley Phantoms.
Yeah,
oh my gosh, yeah. And man, we are not a big team.
Yeah.
And it's concerning. And
no, Cates is Cates small.
No, he's like
he's 6'2", right?
210. He's and you got Forrester 6'3", 217.
Yeah, you know what? I was going through your roster the other day to see how small you were, and like I was actually surprised that you're not as small as I thought you were. Like you definitely have 5 or 6 guys.
We're softer.
5, 6 guys though, at least.
Yeah, but you have connecting. He plays like Gallagher. He's your Mr. Philadelphia. Everyone loves him. He does it all. And I mean, you got Matvei, who's 5'10". He's gonna be a little brick shit house too.
Mm-hmm.
But then,
but you can only have a couple of those guys, right? You can't have
correct. You
4 or 5.
Have a bunch of them, man.
Yeah.
Luchenko, 5'11". I think he's gonna be a big boy too. He's gonna be like a Crosby.
Yeah.
But also you got Oliver Bonk coming up next year.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be his year to stay. Hopefully, Luchenko might come. He might stay back.
Maybe
it could be good. I don't know.
If I were you guys, though, like because you've taken such a step back and like it looks like he's finally rebuilding, like he wants to kind of tear down, I would tear the fuck down if I was Philly. Tear the fuck down next year, be the worst team in the NHL, and fucking get Gavin McKenna.
I know
like that needs to be the goal,
dude.
You're looking for a franchise center. He's a center, right? He has to be. I don't even know, but he has to be.
He's a center. Dude, you seen his goals recently? I'm
got-
fucking fired up.
he's got, like,
from Madison Nat, Gavin McKenna. I'm sorry, and our listeners, but dude, the Q, the O, and the dub produces fucking all-stars like this. They do. I'm sorry. NCAA, but then you look at Celebrini. He's
Celebrini.
but Bedard. But man, the WHL has some fantastic players, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. He's exceptional, and he's like piss and vinegar. Like, he's feisty.
Oh, is he? I haven't watched him
yeah.
at all. But dude, do you
And,
see?
dude,
Do you see his point streak? He's got like 26 points in his last like 5 games or something.
Dude, it's stupid. He had 7 points the other game. 7 points.
Yeah. So why not Philly?
ridiculous.
Why don't you guys just go all in on that?
Man, dude.
Because imagine if maybe that's what Chicago's doing. Maybe
exactly,
Chicago
I think,
is just
exactly.
I'm sorry, Bedard.
Same with San Jose.
We're not going to get
bringing your
better.
cousin.
We're bringing
We're
your
getting your
cousin.
cousin.
That's our number 1 center, and you'll be our number 2, Bedard. That's the
I
plan.
think-
I'm sorry you're going to have to suck for the next 2 years,
Dude,
but once we
I
get
would
your
rather
cousin,
see that.
here we go.
I'm sorry for speaking over you. I would rather see
No, I love it.
McKenna go to Chicago, even though I hate Chicago.
I know it'd be so cool though. It'd be so
Organization
cool.
Sucks. I'm not a fan of you. But yeah, Bedard, he needs to quit center, man. I like him.
Maybe he can
he's
be a
awful.
winger. A winger
He
with
should
McKenna.
be a winger.
With
Be a
McKenna.
winger. Yeah. And
McKenna's a
then
winger.
put Foligno with him. Have a bruiser.
Yeah.
Or get Tanner
He might be
Gino.
done. He might be
can
done
play
next
with him.
year.
Yeah, I would go after Tanner Gino.
Not
if
for
I
your
was
top line
Chicago.
though. Not for your top
Dude,
line.
he can play. That guy can score, man.
For your top line though.
Fucking who cares?
Go get
Remember
Brendan
when it was-
Hagel.
Remember it was McDavid. Oh my God, 77. The Big Bear. He had 3 Stanley Cups in a row. He was drafted with the Flyers in 2006. Number 77 for Chicago.
Sharp?
No. Fuck. He's 230 pounds, 6'2".
He won won cups?
3 cups in a row. He went from St. Louis to...
Pat Maroon.
Pat Maroon. Yeah, Pat Maroon. He played with McDavid.
He's retired. Or he's
No, he's
retiring
not.
after this year. He
After
announced
this
he announced it
did.
he announced it
I
to
love
Panger in the pregame skate.
I did.
Yeah.
I like him. But, dude, it just shows. Remember, look at Zach Kassian. He played with McDavid, fought, did it all.
Not very long. Oh, he did, I guess, for a couple
Still,
years.
It
there.
can be done. All I'm saying,
Yeah.
you get a guy who's coachable, like Frederick. I mean, hey,
Yeah.
when you got that power with these 2 younger players, it makes everyone feel that much happier, confident. It's just sexier. You know? It's like back when it was McSorley and Gretzky. You don't touch him. If you do,
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
he's going to take his skate off. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking rights. Fucking fired
right.
me up, John.
I know.
Fucking
I got
get me
excited.
going, man.
I'm excited.
I know. But no,
Good times.
no team's gonna just purposely fail on purpose because the fans don't want that. As a paying customer, we want to be the best, and I think any kind of athlete isn't want to be shit. They want to do the best they can. They don't want to lose on purpose, even
No.
though you're gonna get that best draft pick. That's not the way to go. Right?
No, you got to worry about the culture first, right? First and foremost.
sure.
But
Get the culture.
McKenna is he's special, right? Like
He is special.
He
might
has
be the
more
best
hype.
thing.
He since
He's
McDavid, right?
6'1". He's tall.
Oh, is he? So he's not this little. No. I thought maybe he was little like Bedard, but no, he's a man.
He's already 6 feet.
That's awesome,
I
man.
gotta find out, man. You're
Yeah.
getting fired up here.
Yeah, if Chicago, if that's the plan, if your plan is to tank and get McKenna, then I understand what you're doing, and I think you're doing a really good job. A really good job in Chicago.
But McKenna's not drafted for 2 more years.
Not this year, but next year. Yeah, like
2026. Yeah.
that's what I mean,
year.
right? Yeah. So if Philly can tank next year, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Fuck. I don't know. I hope we're not fucking shit next year, man. We just need to get
What
a
do you
goaltender.
expect? What do you expect?
I'm just pissed off that Danny Briere didn't go after. There's like 4 goaltenders. Why didn't you go after Thompson? Why didn't you go after Kemper? Dude, there are so many goaltenders that you could have went after. Gibson. He's been on the trading block for like 2 years, I feel like.
Mm-hmm. At least.
Jonathan Quick.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know.
Brian Elliott.
Management. Elliott, bring him back. Bring him back, man. Bring him out of
Peter
retirement. He was
Mrazek.
good.
Peter Mrazek.
Yeah. He's... I don't think he's coachable.
No.
Yeah.
Brizgalov. Ilya Brizgalov. I'll bring him back. You know?
We're paying him till like 2030.
Are you? Well, he's out there exploring the universe, I think. So that's good. So, yeah. So anyways, Philadelphia Flyers, Montreal Canadiens against the Flyers on Thursday. This was a game, you mentioned it earlier, that we were planning on going to at the beginning of the year. But then some orange dude got elected and kind of turned the relationship and between the two countries upside down, and the economy is not good. The Canadian dollar is not doing very well, so we decided not to do it.
The dollar sucks.
It will help.
It sucks, but in the end, it wouldn't matter if the Flyers were doing good. We would be there.
Yeah, is that your?
I would pay. I would make it happen. I don't care what it would cost. Yes, hands down. We had money aside. But yet, and then since we found out we weren't going, we spent $1,200 USD one day at Disneyland. That was fucking awful. And
that changed plans. That changed plans.
And that was a spontaneous thing when we were in Palm Springs last month. But no, we would be there. But yeah, unfortunately, the dollar does suck. Mm-hmm. But the Flyers they're not playing that good hockey.
No, it would have been cool.
I would rather go to stay in Canada.
Yeah.
You know, not pay $2,000-$3,000 for 4 days in Philly.
Yeah, and now you get to come and stay with me, right?
Yeah, you can hang out with you and your wife and your kids.
No hotel fees, no nothing. We can just sit back, go to a couple good games.
And I'm gonna get so Sean Conned. We're gonna find a nice fish and chips, some poutine.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm gonna have a couple bevies.
Dude, man, there's so much I want to show you. So much I want to show you, man. Honestly. Hope we have enough time. We do have enough time. We do. We have 3 days. 3 days.
We're gonna get weird.
3.5 days. Okay. Yeah. Probably won't get too weird, but we'll have fun. Weird. We're gonna have. I don't know if we'll get too weird, but
we're gonna get weird like your wedding. No, I'm just
joking. I didn't get weird at my wedding. You guys got weird, which was fine by me.
The whole party got weird. That was awesome.
Oh, that was so funny, man. So funny. I
apologize to your
but yeah, so the Habs, Flyers, that'll be a fun game. I know it's not as meaningful as we wanted it to be. It's meaningful for the Habs, so I'll enjoy it. For yourself, maybe not so much. But I think that does it for another episode of the Barely Onside podcast. Thanks for listening, watching, and please follow us on Facebook and TikTok at Barely Onside Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can also listen to us on Spotify.